with the hoop earrings too.
The hoops. Wow, twins.
You know, like
Well, nice to get to talk to you. Thank you for taking the time. I wanted to start off with a simple question of who is BEIHOLD in 5 words or less.
Who is on BEIHOLD? She is quirky. She has a dark sense of humor, but sunny at the same time. It's like she's like a happy Wednesday Addams.
I love it. Sunny with a chance of rain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And then talking about that half sunniness, your new single, Numb Little Bug. Could you talk to us about the numbness that's discussed in that song that's written?
Yeah. So last year I had a song called Groundhog Day that was going viral. And because of its virality, a lot of labels were reaching out, and I was also getting all these opportunities and just taking every one of them because I really wanted it to work, to the point where I was doing every writing session ever and I couldn't listen to music anymore because I was just like overwhelming myself with everything. At the same time, I had started on antidepressants, and I think the combination of like overworking yourself and antidepressants just led to like a total emotional flatline for me, where I didn't really care about anything. And for some people, they're like a great solution and they totally work, but I think everyone's chemistry is obviously different. I just wrote it about literally feeling nothing and not caring.
I mean, fair, but the beautiful thing is making art out of numbness, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, maybe.
I
But
guess it's funny because I felt nothing and yet I like wrote a song.
yeah, so it's like you had to feel something, right?
feel
There was something in there. Yeah. And so during, I guess, did you say you started the antidepressants like this year?
Last year.
Last year, okay. And then so during this time, you've had sold out shows in Berlin, London, Amsterdam, and LA. How did that all feel?
Unreal. I love headlining. It's so fun. And they come to see you, which is amazing. I've been doing a lot of opening too, which is a different vibe, but all the headline shows have just been like awesome to hear. Everyone sing the lyrics back to you. I mean, it's really funny like writing a song about being numb when you're really sad, or like, I mean, I guess you're not sad because you're numb, but like to have those lyrics that you wrote then being sung back to you is such a special like happy moment.
For
But it's kind of
sure.
a full circle situation.
And like proof that music brings people together, no matter what it's about.
Mhm.
Who would you say your biggest influences are, either in the music industry or outside of?
I started writing because of Regina Spektor, and I like a lot of female singer-songwriters from the early like 2000s. So Regina Spektor, Lily Allen, Kate Nash, Fiona Apple, Sarah Bareilles. Those are all like big ones for me. Currently I'm really into Ash, who I'm opening for, which is really exciting, but I was
Super
a fan
cool.
forever ago. Also like Maisie Peters, she's awesome too.
Nice. Yeah, all the inspiring women. I love that. Okay, going back in the past, but also about influence, I guess. Tell us your favorite childhood memory, and do you think it still has an effect on you today?
Ooh.
Or just
So-
like say whatever comes to mind first when you think of childhood.
I don't remember this, but I feel like it's relevant and it comes to mind. Apparently, when I was like a toddler, so my dad and I both fence, and he's been fencing since forever. So we watched Zorro when I was like growing up. And at one point we were at a restaurant and I like apparently stood up on the table and started belting the theme song of Zorro to
Amazing.
everyone. So I guess there was like a little singer in me since the start, which is funny because I kind of have stage fright now, but I guess I didn't then.
I mean, kids are not scared of anything. It's amazing. Yeah, it's society that makes us scared.
It's true.
Yeah, it's sad, but that's cool. Yeah, it's like there's all like we have our personality when we're young. It's crazy, and it
Yeah.
just develops more as we get older.
I think I was a diva then. I was like, you're gonna
So-
hear this.
Y'all are gonna listen to me right now. Take the stage as you should. What would you say your biggest achievement is?
I mean, maybe Numb Little Bug going platinum, or maybe playing on Jimmy Fallon. Everything that's happened this year has been like, whoa. I think everything Numb Little Bug related bundled up into one has been unreal, and I never imagined anything like it. I remember actually that last year I saw someone Spotify Wrapped and they had 80 million streams, and I was like, oh, I could never have that. And I think Bug is soon approaching 1 billion streams between all streaming platforms. So proof to believe in yourself. 'Cause
Yeah, believe in yourself. As you should. And that was also one of my questions. What was it like being on Jimmy Fallon, the Tonight Show?
I mean, it was terrifying, but it was fun.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's spooky, but as long as you just fake it till you make it, sort of
But he
thing.
was really nice. He was
Yeah.
awesome. Thanks for being here. And I was like, why? Like, why are you thanking me? I should be
Me.
thanking-
And so did you grew up in LA also? Right. And what's it like being a musician in LA? What's like your day-to-day look like?
I think I was always just like surrounded by the arts. Like when I was a kid, my parents would take me to the Hollywood Bowl every week or two to see something. And they're also in animation, so
Cool.
art was just always like kind of flowing around me, and it was just kind of the way that I made sense of emotions to write about things. But I think also growing up in LA, you're not too starry-eyed about everything, and generally when people move to LA, they're like, it's Hollywood, I'm gonna make it, and it's this whole like thing. And I think growing up, you have to be a little more realistic about what it's like.
Yeah, it probably helps growing up there because it's not like you're already in the place people dream of going.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of dreaming of going, where is your dream destination to perform?
Oh, Italy. I would
Nice.
do a whole tour just in Italy.
You should.
Just
You
like
can.
to the grapes. I would do that.
For all the wine.
Yeah.
And so you have a Canadian tour coming up next year.
Mhm.
Are you allowed to tell us which cities you're visiting? Do we get to know? Do you have any, like, are the plans official yet?
I'll be in Toronto and Montreal
Yay!
for Ash, so I'm very excited. I think it's Queen Elizabeth Theatre in Toronto, and then MTELUS in
Yeah.
Montreal. Is that right?
Yes, my favorite venue. Well, I
Cool.
can't wait to see you there. And how do you think music has shaped who you are today?
I communicate so much better in music than I do talking. Like my subconscious gets a voice and I get to just write exactly what I'm feeling. Um, but I mean, it's really my form of therapy. It's the way that I can kind of talk to myself, and I feel like even like playing with the keys and hearing melodies is like a form of communication for me.
For sure. Nice. That's very well put. This is my last question, but how do you define success, and do you feel as though you've succeeded?
Ooh, I was actually just having this conversation. Um, I think success is there's so many different ways to look at it, which is what my conversation was about. Um, but I think it's achieving something that's a personal goal that seems hard. I think there's something like seemingly unattainable about it for it to feel like success, I think. What do you think? I'm curious to know.
I think my definition of success, as probably lame as it sounds, is just waking up and saying that you are happy to go through your day. I feel like that is a success to me, and that you're excited for things to come and the world hasn't like yeah, just as long as there's excitement still in your life, then you've succeeded in finding your version of happiness.
Yeah, this is true. I like your definition more. I think I'm gonna steal yours.
So go ahead, it's yours. I've not trademarked it yet. And so do you feel as though you've succeeded?
I would say yes. I would say yes, but because of the response I've got to Numb Little Bug and the DMs I've gotten of people saying that, the song made me feel less alone. I talked to my therapist or I found a therapist because of how I was feeling, or I talked to my family, my friends. Like, I think all of that is a sign that the song did something, more than just like having fans and the metrics. Like that's cool, but that's less important to me, frankly, than like the song's actually doing something for someone's life.
Yeah, I can say definitely a song, and it's so exciting that it's like you write about numbness, but it's something that a lot of people feel. So then there's a community behind it.
Mhm.
And then if you could feel happy to be part of a community, then the numbness disappears a little.
It's true. And
Yeah.
even, it's funny because the song about numbness like brought so many happy times, but then like sometimes frankly feel numb. It hasn't like gone away entirely, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that I wrote a song about. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm like a firm believer in you got to know the lows to know the highs. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything you would want to say to your fans or anyone listening? Any messages?
More music coming out early next year.
Nice. We love a promo.
That's all I got.
Amazing. Thank you so much.